Hello, friends.
Ah,
Hi, welcome to a new episode of Friends with No Benefits. I'm Xavier, and we are going to be talking about books today because it's been a wild couple of weeks, and we just didn't really want to talk about anything too heavy, too crazy, too serious right now. So we're going to talk about books a little bit. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. Hi, friends.
hi, Fran.
Desiree and
Hello.
Sydney.
Hey.
Yeah, so Sydney wasn't with us last week because she was preoccupied, was not feeling well.
Oh,
So welcome back, Sid.
thanks.
It's nice to have you back in the saddle, as it were.
In the saddle, as it were, my good friends. Yeah, no, it's good to be back. I needed a moment last week. I'm glad I took it and joined something a little more lighthearted, books that we want to talk about. There's a lot of heaviness going on, and I was debating, like, oh, what should we talk about? And I was like, let's just do some books.
Yay.
We also
My
have to,
favorite.
like, fine tune our recording schedules now that I have lab
Yeah.
work again.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
I know it's going well. I like my lab work, but holy shit, it's heavy stuff. You know, science is one of those things. I don't know if anyone cares to understand that you produce so much data only for maybe a fraction of it to do anything. You spend most of your time beating your head against the wall before something actually works. So,
But you're doing it.
but I'm doing it. I do it because I
Yeah.
love it, not because I get paid money from big pharma.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So
All
what's the
right.
last?
So
Yes.
this is more of y'all's arena. The book, like I do, obviously I can read. Obviously I do read,
I
but
didn't know you could read.
no, you see, I learned late. I didn't start reading. I didn't learn to read. Yeah, I didn't learn to read until I was well into my 30s. So,
My goodness, who taught you how to
yeah,
read?
I'm 57 now, so I didn't learn to read until I was like 34.
Who
Who
taught
taught
you
me
how to
to
Amazing.
who taught me how to read? Troll that lived under a bridge. His name was Philip. He was a
Well,
nice
you know
troll.
what? I want to say thank you to Philip for teaching you how to read because then
Come up with a better name. God.
What do you
Philip.
mean? Philip is such a wonderful troll name. Philip and my FBI agent have the same name. Okay.
I was just about to mention that. Like, didn't you have an FBI agent
an
named
agent
Philip?
named Philip. My FBI
Gosh.
agent's name is Gerald.
Gerald.
Gerald is a good
Okay.
name. Gerald's
That's
a
a
good
Gerald.
good
name.
one.
Gerald. Yeah, Gerald. He's a nice guy. Yeah. But I mean,
And me,
you
I'm
do
I
have
am the FBI agent.
if it weren't for Philip, if it weren't for Philip, you never would have learned about Lord of the Rings.
This is
Mm.
true.
This
This is
is true.
very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Actually, no. I think a good place to a good story to tell is how you had to write an essay to convince your mom to let you read Lord of the Rings.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
Really?
I grew up in an evangelical household that was it was anything that had to do with crystals and dragons was demonic, like the 90s satanic panic sort of thing. Pokemon was included in that. Pokemon were pocket monsters. They're of the devil. So I literally had my Pokemon stuff. My mom had us collect all of our Pokemon stuff up, go to the trash bin on the side of the house, and throw our Pokemon stuff into the trash bin, which was very traumatic. But then when it came to the Lord of the Rings, like It was I don't think my mom knew that Tolkien was, he technically was a Christian, I don't and I use that
Or
to my advantage.
spiritual.
He was, yeah, he was spiritual, but he was also friends with C.S. Lewis, like, she read Chronicles of Narnia to us when we were growing up, so I used that to my advantage when I wrote this paper, but she literally made me write a paper as to why I should be able to interact with Lord of the Rings IP. And I went in depth about the allegories within the Lord of the Rings. Like because her big thing was wizards. Like she hates the wizards. Those are warlocks and wizards. Those are satanic and blah 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 blah. Fucking, it's so annoying. But yeah, no. I had explained to her how the Maiar in the Lord of the Rings are like allegories for angels, and like angels versus demons and their guides and whatnot. Um, and I specifically remember the day that I gave her this paper and I got approval because we were already very much into the Lord of the Rings at this point. My dad was the one who introduced me to the world of Middle Earth. He had brought home the DVD of The Two Towers, and I remember seeing it in the living room. Boy, howdy, when I tell you, I remember the scene specifically. It was when the fell beast is coming down to grab Frodo in Osgiliath, and
Oh,
Faramir shoots the arrow into the fell beast. I was like, what is this lovely melody? I was like, what is this? I was like, this is incredible. And I was hooked from there. So yeah, I wrote that essay, and then we were already into the Lord of the Rings, so she gave me the approval, and that day I went right back to playing. I was playing the Two Towers video game on Xbox. I wish I need a remake of that so bad because it was so damn.
I remember that, and it pissed me off so bad. I could not pass the first, I think it was the first or second level with that damn troll. You know what I'm talking
Oh, the
about?
forest troll, yeah, the forest troll,
Yes. And we
I feel
yes.
almost
like
had
I'm
him
missing
too.
out.
Yeah,
I feel
me
like
and
I'm
my
missing out.
sister, we almost had him.
We can
Ugh.
actually get we can get an emulator so you can try it out. But yeah, we can get an emulator so you can play it. They haven't. I have the emulator version of the Return of the King video game. I have that one, but the Two Towers one, I think that one is the best of the series as far as the video games go. That was perfection. There's a boss battle with Sharku, the orc that rides the warg. One of the most
Yeah,
fun boss battles I've ever had in any video game.
Man,
that's just
take me
awesome.
back. My
I know
story
I
was
want to go
similar
back.
to yours too, with how I got introduced to Lord of the Rings. I knew nothing about it beforehand. And this was when I was like a huge Harry Potter fan because I was reading the books. But my dad introduced me to Lord of the Rings as well. He brought home the second DVD, um, and we watched it, and I was like, "Oh my God, like this is amazing."
Amazing.
And then I got my sister in on it, and so we started watching it every single weekend. So much so to the point that we started making our own little like clips. And I guess you can say that's kind of how I got into acting as well. But we reenacted a lot of like the Frodo and Sam scenes. It was amazing. And so
That's
that
so
was a
much
time when my
fun.
dad was heavily Christian and wouldn't allow us to get into like wizards and witches and even Digimon and Pokemon. So we have a
Yeah,
similar background. But
Digimon
he
and
loosened
Pokemon
up a
were
bit.
off limits. Yeah,
I know, right? That's
I feel
amazing.
like I missed out on like a core piece of childhood because I remember getting the Christian talk from my mama of how Harry Potter was the devil's work, but never got to be introduced to the Lord of the Rings. I didn't get introduced to the Lord of the Rings until I met Xavier.
but
So,
hey, you're in it now. So
but I'm
and
in it now, and you want to know what? Being nearly 30, being able to watch Lord of the Rings for the first time was a great experience.
yeah, better late than never. But
Better late
I
than
still
never.
remember. I still remember us watching it for the first time, and you were hooked.
I
You
was
were
like,
hooked.
oh, I remember seeing this. I'm like, holy shit, wait, this is what all the hype is about? I get it now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it now.
Yeah, this is why I'm trying to. I think a lot of people are daunted by the length of those films, right? Because the
Yeah,
books are incredibly daunting because they're very long. The books are very wordy and very long, and I understand that. But I think of all the film adaptations of books, Lord of the Rings is one of the best.
Yeah.
for especially if you want to introduce somebody to that world, like one of the best and most faithful adaptations. I know that they had,
Hmm.
to make some changes for film, but boy howdy, I would recommend the films anytime I'm trying to get somebody into the lore of Middle Earth, because
Yeah.
that'll
No,
do it.
it definitely is, a wonderful adaptation. I think of like other book adaptations that were done really well, and I think of Hunger Games was done really well, even though there's some
Hmm.
problems with them whitewashing with Jennifer Lawrence. Now, granted, J Law, she did do a good job, but it was whitewashed for sure. But it's an example of Suzanne Collins wrote The Hunger Games almost as if she was writing a screenplay.
Yeah,
Like that was kind of the whole, like her whole approach with writing The Hunger Games was essentially writing a screenplay.
yeah, and it
So
worked out really well when they, turned them into films. So
yeah, no, they
Yeah.
did do
Did you
really
see the
well.
trailer for the
for the
newest, what is
newest
it?
I
one,
did, yes.
Yes, Sunrise of the yeah. What
I
do you
saw a
Mhm.
think?
snippet of it. I haven't seen the full thing, but I'll watch it later.
Oh, it's gonna be good. You can
It's
tell.
gonna be
I was like,
sad.
oh, it's gonna be fucking brutal.
Isn't
Suzanne
Sunrise
Collins,
of the Reaping the one that has one of Katniss's mentors
Hamish.
at
Yeah,
It's
Hamish?
Hamish.
It's
Yeah.
That's the one.
Hamish's story.
Okay, it's Hamish's
How
story.
did he become a drunk? Spoiler alert, it's all Snow's fault.
It yeah.
Everyone started thirsting over Snow, and Suzanne Collins wrote Sunrise on the Reaping with a fucking vengeance.
Well, yeah, it's needed.
Like, let me fucking
Yeah,
remind you that he's a, fucking war criminal.
Yeah, like I
exactly.
watched when we watched the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah.
Like my very first thought, just like with Rings of Power, was,
Hmm.
oh, they cast a pretty looking white guy. Everybody's gonna completely miss the fucking plot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they did. And they
Well, I
did.
mean, that's very much parallels to, pretty privilege in real life, you know?
Yeah,
You could get away with so much shit because you're fucking pretty.
absolutely.
So
That's
there.
why I get
Absolutely.
away with nothing.
Stop.
Aww.
Stop.
Are you pandering?
No. No, I'm not fishing.
No,
I'm not fishing at all. I
you're not
I am
fishing at
rustic
all.
fugly and I love it.
What we need in this moment is for you say rustic fugly and then the wind just kind of blows your locks
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be so that'd be
like
great.
Fabio just blowing in the
Yeah,
wind.
that'd be great.
Oh my
you
god.
could honestly be on the cover of one of those romantic books with your hair, just in locks,
Oh,
Yes.
though.
no,
Yes,
no.
I
Like
can
the
see
ones
Oh,
with
one of
that.
those
the
Harlequin
shirtless guys,
romances.
Yeah, with the
Yes,
shirtless,
yes.
the
the chest
photoshopped
hairs.
abs. Yeah,
Wait,
no.
wait, guys. Speaking of which, going back to books, my Aunt Deneen, Xavier, you've met Aunt Deneen, right?
Yes,
She's like
yeah.
the only one in my family who's like kind of cool, right? We like Aunt Deneen. She writes historical romance novels like that. Not
No
joking.
way.
Her
Are
na-
they
her
like
name,
spicy ones?
yes, mild spicy, not like depraved book talk spicy, but there's a tasteful sex scene in the books.
Oh, okay.
Her name is
I tend to
Deneen
skip
Clark.
those scenes.
Her name's Deneen Clark. I remember reading when she first came out with which one was it? Was it Hope? No, it was Grace. It was Grace that she wrote. And reading that sex scene, and it was just basically like describing intimacy.
Mm.
Yeah, so not gratuitous.
That's tasteful. It's, I can work with that.
Yeah. Her name's Deneen Clark. Shout out to Aunt Deneen. She's a comrade.
I
Yeah.
love that.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah, Aunt Denine's a
Okay,
comrade.
cool.
I know. So, but yeah, no, it's so funny that y'all mentioned that because I was like, oh wait, that's my Aunt Deneen. She writes those books.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to check them out.
Yeah, I think it Deneen Clark, Deneane.
Mean Clark. Okay, I'll put some
Yeah.
of her stuff on my TBR.
Mhm. Yeah. I
Mean.
think Grace was her first one. Yeah, she did a great job. She also has a blog where she posts recipes and stuff, and To talk about Aunt Denine, she has a very dry sense of humor.
I love those type of
Very,
people.
very deadpan.
I see. I love
Very
that.
deadpan
That's
humor.
actually
It's
how I
wonderful.
prefer my comedy too.
Hmm.
Sarcastic, dull,
Yes,
deadpan.
that's why I like
Yeah.
political satire.
Mm-hmm.
Although
I
nowadays
can
it's
get down
hard to
with that.
watch satire because how do you satirize what's going on currently?
Right.
Yeah, it's already like it's
It's
like
already a
the
satire.
Onion can't even do shit anymore because we're watching the
And
Onion
I
in real
love the
life.
Onion. I know. It's
And
like you
God, I
actually
forgot
read
about the
a
onion.
I know you actually read a headline and you're like,
Yeah,
I
I
could
can't
have
tell if it's
sworn
an
that
Onion article.
I know. I'm like, wait, I are you sure?
I forgot
Like the
all
one
about
you
the onion.
I
Whoa.
know.
Yeah,
Fucking
and they're
love
still going. Well, who I think the Onion just bought something. What did they buy? Hold on, let me look it up. They bought something
yeah.
uh big recently.
Huh?
Yeah, I forgot about their entire existence. I haven't heard anything about the onion
Yeah, they
since
purchased
like my early years of
InfoWars.
college.
Wait, they
Mm,
purchased InfoWars?
Yes, the Onion purchased
that's interesting.
InfoWars
They
because
purchased Alex. That's right,
Alex
he's
Jones
bankrupt.
was having yeah, he was bankrupt. He was having to sell stuff off, and then the Onion bought InfoWars.
That that's honestly an
Mm,
onion title right there.
Yeah, it was
How do
funny
you
as shit.
what the fuck? I can't with this with real life. You know what?
Yeah, see,
This is
that's why the Onion doesn't have to do shit anymore.
this is why we go into the world of books to
yes.
escape.
Yes.
What? Getting back on topic. What is something you've read recently, Desiree?
You know, I'm pulling up my
Your TBR
because I
right
keep
now?
track of all of my yes.
Yeah.
Well, at least my current reads. Like right now I'm reading Frida McFadden, The Intruder.
Oh.
I
Okay, so
think
I
I'm on
read.
mhm.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I read that Freedom McFadden book you gave me, Never Lie.
Okay, what
I
did you
love
think?
I loved it. I love an unreliable narrator.
I
There were
love
moments
that.
that there were moments that were predictable, but it's like a cozy
Hmm.
predictability. You know what I mean? I was like,
Right.
"Oh, okay. Nice." It really helped me get back into my thriller genre after taking
Yeah.
a heavy dive into some horror books and I was like, "I need something a little bit with levity."
Yeah. She's definitely if you're ever going through a reading slump, yeah, Frida
Mhm.
McFadden is the one you go to. She's really some people love her, some people hate her. I have a love-hate relationship with her.
What's the love
Never Lie
hate?
is probably one of my top. Well, I think it's the writing, um,
Yeah.
and some of the predictability, but it's
Mhm.
that much entertaining at the same time that you want to keep reading. And so I find her
Yeah.
very fascinating.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I I can definitely see it. Like, I mean, for me to kind of get back into the out of my slump, it was good to have that predictability. But
hmm,
she still kept it twisty enough. Have you
yes,
tried
yes.
have you tried CJ Tudor yet?
Okay, I'm getting to it. I just have to finish
Okay.
The Intruder.
Okay.
Yes,
No,
I'm
no, no.
excited
You're
to
good.
read. Yeah, CJ Tudor. I've been hearing so many good things about her.
She's honestly phenomenal. I remember Xavier, you remember watching Burning Girls with me?
Yes,
Yeah, there's a BBC show off of one of her books called The Burning Girls, and it is by far another very faithful adaptation to a book. This was a limited series, The
it was
Burning
Ooh,
really
Girls.
good. That was really
It
I
good.
have
was
to
really
check that
good.
out. Do you recommend me
Yeah.
reading the book first?
It's honestly one of those where you could read either one, and it's that close to the book.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh,
It
let
was
me put that on my list.
pretty damn good.
pretty damn good.
Nice. Um,
I think
what
Burning
else
Girls
have I
is
read?
probably one of my tops.
Hold on,
Top
where's
favorite
my
books?
book? The book that I was reading is hold on. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna grab my book
Okay.
because it's in the other room.
Go,
Okay.
go, 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 go,
I know,
go, go, go.
right? I was thinking
I
about
know.
bringing all my books, but I was like, wait, I keep track on an app, but I still want to bring
I,
all my books at the same time.
I know. I gave Xavier like a stack of books, and I had to stop myself from giving him too many because I was like, okay, I've read this one. This is one of my favorites, and then I'm currently reading these, and I was like, okay, wait, I gotta stop.
I
What?
know, right? You get carried away once, you know somebody else loves reading just as much as you do. You're like, "Oh, great. Let me recommend this. Let me recommend
Yes,
that."
yes.
Yeah. The last book I read was Lore of the Wilds. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a book. It's like based on Fae life, and I guess the Fae have trapped these
Oh,
humans,
okay.
and humans are basically slaves to the Fae. Um, and
Fascinating.
this was written by, yeah, it was written by a black author. It's pretty
Okay.
good. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Check
I
out Lore of the Wilds, and then Lore of the Tides is the second book.
okay, because I definitely need more POC authors.
Absolutely. Now, some people didn't necessarily like the book,
Mm-hmm.
only because they felt like certain things were rushed. But the behind the
Okay.
scenes of that I heard is that, it's hard for Black authors to get published.
Yeah,
And I
I hear
guess
that.
before this particular author got published, she had a hard time. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of rushed it for her. And so that's
Racism.
why it
Got it.
didn't come out as good. Yeah, exactly. So
Basically,
just kind of be patient with it and understand that background coming into it, and then
As
you'll
soon
that's
as you
definitely be a little
said
bit more
totally fair.
forgiving.
people didn't like it, racism.
Again, the second title of this podcast, it's racism.
Oh, hell yeah. It always goes back to racism.
I know.
Please.
This is what I've been reading. It's called On Tyranny. It's lessons on
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's that book I got from Barnes and Noble. It's a book on but basically talking about the signs to watch out for, the things that you should be doing in regards to like the threats of authoritarianism and fascism, and what to do under systems of authoritarianism and fascism.
mm,
And honestly, it's like all of the things that I always have like milling about in my mind, but somebody took the time to write it down. Like literally the first chapter is um what was it? Hold on. Do not obey in advance. Like
yeah.
like look, hello. What I've been saying, like you're complying or being complicit in this system includes just lying down and taking it, essentially. Not having the not having the cojones to say this is wrong and I will not participate. That includes, um, making sure that you are engaging with boycotts, even if that's inconvenient. You know, if you understand, this action makes me complicit, why would you do it? Why would you make the excuses to do it? You know? So I honestly love this shit. It's a nice little, like, it's not a heavy read.
Hmm.
Really, it's honestly like you could probably read this in a day. But I just love when people are like I can do this. I just don't ever do it. My brain gets distracted too easily. I've started
Mm.
several books and I always I
How
always
are you
get
with
distracted.
audiobooks?
No. I'm
Like
saying
maybe
I've started writing books.
Yeah.
you
Like I've
wait,
started
whoa.
yeah,
You started
yeah,
writing books?
I've started writing books on multiple occasions, and then my at those when I started writing them, I didn't know I had ADHD. I had no idea. So I just like, kind of got bored and left it and forgot about it. And so like I knowing now, I think if I were to start something like that, I think it would be a little bit
A little
easier for me
easier.
on that, yeah, on that journey. But I don't know. I have so many other hobbies and things that I do. I don't know if I'm ever gonna write
Honest,
anything.
I feel like if you just like kept a journal, or honestly like just take your musings from social media and put them into written format and just titled "It's All Racism."
Yeah, but then again, it turns into a job, and then it gets boring.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
Get
yeah.
rope in the help of my sister, Abigail, the writer.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Abigail's process is literally just telling a story, so she literally just uses voice to text, and then she goes back and then she edits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how she writes her articles.
So I could get a white woman to be my ghostwriter.
That's exactly what you do.
Okay. Okay.
Right? Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He said,
Reverse.
okay.
Reverse.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Reparations.
Reparations. Yeah. But the other one I just ran and handed to you, another good nonfiction read that we've talked about it a lot. Eichmann in Jerusalem is such a good one. By
Lady Phillips.
Hannah
Oh, there you go.
Arendt. I never know if I'm saying that last name correctly, but she goes on to talk about Adolf Eichmann, who was basically just a pencil pusher for the Nazis, right? Instrumental instrumental in the start of the Holocaust. And she makes several points, one about how evil is ultimately just stupid, right? People who are evil are stupid, and they are also very what she what the subtitle of the book is a report on the banality of evil. Eichmann is very boring looking, and that's one of the most evil men that you can think of because he's basically doing the numbers of what's happening to Jewish people during the Holocaust. And
Yeah, we talked about the unassuming of
yeah,
evil men, like the people that you will find in like the special forces or the CIA and whatnot.
yeah,
They're never these big burly muscle laden people.
no,
No, they look like nerds. They look like unassuming nerds.
and that and
Like
that that's Eichmann. If you look at him on the cover, like he's very unassuming looking. He's got a receding freaking hairline. He looks like he would just be like a freaking CPA, you know? But he was a terrible, terrible Nazi, led so many to their death. But another thing about Eichmann in Jerusalem is she sounds off on Israel being a problem from the beginning. From the very beginning, she's sounding off on Israel being a problem.
and didn't she get ostracized for that?
Major ostracism for it. Like, people in Israel, the very first prime minister, were like, how dare you trivialize this? How dare you say that this is a problem? We need Israel because of what happened. And she's like, I don't know. I think you're kind of doing something wrong to the Palestinians here. Seems like a ethno state might be an issue.
Kind of crazy how all these years later and she's just been proven right.
Exactly, and she's been proven right. So
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
happens a
I can,
lot.
yeah, Eichmann in
Mhm.
Jerusalem is a very um, important read. It is not an easy read. It is definitely more on the boring side. I've been taking it slow, but if you want to understand, kind of how the monsters are people in everyday life, they're just the man next door. Like, that's a really good read. And again, her commentary on Israel being a problem. She minces no words talking about the first prime minister. I'm trying to remember. Ben Gurion, I think he is.
Yeah, I think that was his name.
Yeah, of Israel, of how he works really hard to essentially propagandize um, Eichmann's trial
Mm.
to, set the narrative for the future generations of, you know, these Israelis, these colonizers, and, you know, make it seem like we had no choice. Israel is our only choice, otherwise we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You talked about Burning Girls earlier,
I
and
did.
I forgot to show the book.
It
It's
really
what
is. I need to take a minute to talk about CJ Tudor. She is great at suspense. Like, I I think of, like, in terms of, like, people always rave about Stephen King being like the master of horror. She takes it. Like, she's way better than Stephen King. I like her writing a lot better. She is good
and she's
at
probably not
suspense.
problematic like him.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, and I certainly hope nothing ever shows up. She's just an unassuming white lady in Britain. I know, I'm crossing my fingers so hard because she's phenomenal at what she
You
does.
can never tell with white
You can
people.
never tell with white
You
people.
can
Oh
never
my
tell.
God. I know.
Like, come to find out, they have the people trapped in their basement.
Right?
Not people trapped
Right?
in their basement.
It's weapons.
It's weapons.
My gosh.
No, but CJ Tudor, her debut novel, The Chalk Man, kind of
Mhm.
goes into that, where it's like you end up realizing at the very end, like you think it's gonna go one way, the story with the narrator, and you're like, oh, this is an unreliable narrator, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, he's not. I can trust the narrator. The very last chapter, you're like, oh my god, wait, he's actually what? It was an unreliable narrator. Wait, what? It's a wild trip. She's phenomenal at what she does.
Nice. Well, again, she's on my TBR,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at some of her books right now
Mhm.
because I need a good suspenseful book, even a good thriller, and I do like some crime every now and then too.
Yeah. I like some crime every now and again. We're thinking about the true
Wait,
crime episode.
I was like, wait, what? Okay.
It was funny because a black person said it.
Okay.
Gerald, Gerald, that's not what she meant, Gerald.
Well, I mean, I'm
Gerald.
Oh
probably
wait,
already on his list.
wait, isn't Gerald? I think Gerald's Game is a book. I think that's a Stephen King.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Oh
it is a
yeah,
book.
it's a Stephen King. What was the most recent one that I read before this? Oh, The Silmarillion.
That's
My
right.
Okay.
good.
I'm halfway through. I just need a
That one,
It's
I'm
so good.
impressed
I was
at
audiobooking it.
I'm impressed at your ability to retain all of this lore for the Lord of the Rings. I mean, I guess it's kind of similar to my ability to memorize daily random facts.
It's just the Bible. That's it.
It literally
That is,
is.
It was literally like I remember like that was my. I think I wasn't. Now that I've kind of unpacked my religious trauma, I don't think I was really like engaged when it came to the church for like all that you know the nonsense that they're pushing. You know what I mean? All the drama and the you gotta love Israel and all that. It was my love of history. Genuinely, that's what kept me awake, not falling asleep. It was my love of history, and like the Bible, even though as unreliable when it comes to the narrators, as they can be, it's still like a good nonfiction. You know what I mean? Wait, no, fiction, right?
it's interesting to talk about the
Yeah,
Bible as a piece of literature because it is ultimately a piece of political propaganda,
yeah,
especially the
because
New King James Version. The King
exactly,
James
it's written
Version,
by white men,
King
a
James.
whole bunch of
Yeah.
white men who wanted to push a
Mhm.
narrative.
Yeah.
But
I mean, King James is the same one who wrote the witch hunters guide, basically on
yes,
how to kill women. So,
yeah,
how do we trust his interpretation of the Bible?
100%, 100%, especially all the things about women submitting to their husbands and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me that King James didn't have anything to do with that? Okay, all right, yeah, because
Yo.
ancient societies, most of them were matriarchal. So I don't want to hear nothing from King James. So, but anyways, the Bible, it's because of that, like such and such begat such and such. I'm very much used to that. So reading the
Yeah.
Silmarillion, and this is Lord of the Rings, which I love. Like, I was fully engaged, like learning all the who was the son of such and this person, and then begat this person, and then learning the story of Baron and Luthien, and I mean, I was all in. I'm, and then it like at the very end, it really feels like at the very end, like you don't have enough time to cover what happens in Numenor and stuff, but it's like very quick. It's like they go through what happens with Sauron, tricking the Numenorians and everything like that. And I was thinking, oh, okay, so we're not gonna have it must not be in this book when they cover that. It's got to be in another, unfinished tale or something like that. No, it's at the very, very, very end, and Yeah, no, I fucking love the Silmarillion. I'll probably read it again.
That's a, I could listen to you talk about it all day, especially as somebody who, is very newly introduced to the Lord of the Rings. You know, I
Welcome to the
find it fascinating.
club.
I find it
Yes, welcome.
fascinating when an author puts a lot of lore into their work, especially the way J.R.R. Tolkien did, where he basically
Yes.
took a lifetime to write these books.
I
Hmm.
find it fascinating that he literally, like, it started with him creating a language. He
Yes,
was like,
because he was a
I'm
linguist.
gonna, yeah, I'm gonna make a language, and then just creates an entire world based around this language.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
dedication right there.
I'm learning
It
Sindarin right
really is.
now. Yeah, I've been, well, you know this. I've been, you know.
I know.
We got
I
we got
love
to
it.
get like some bilingual Sindarin books for the baby.
Ooh, I bet you they have some too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Looking forward to teaching him a few things.
Yes. Be funny. I'm currently teaching him French right now.
Well, I mean, hello.
Wee wee.
Hi.
Not wee wee. My mom does that. My mom does that and it makes me
No,
so
every
mad.
single black person does that.
Yeah,
Whenever
they go,
somebody
ooh,
brings
wee
up
wee.
French, every black person goes, "Ooh, wee wee."
They go, wee wee. Or even we. A lot of them say way.
No,
Yeah, way.
no.
It's true.
Why?
It's just
No,
it
more like a slang term, I guess. I don't know. The same way we kind of, yes,
it's
yeah.
also
It-
it's also the accent of like northern France versus southern France
yes.
type of
Hmm.
thing. Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's that.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Wait, there's different parts of France?
There are different
Yes,
parts
sir.
of France.
I thought that Paris was it.
Oh my
You
gosh.
kind of
No, you did
have
I
like
not.
thought
No, you did not.
this this is this is France, Paris.
Paris. Okay, bye. Now you're in Germany.
No, it's like how people think the United States is just Texas.
That's
It's
so
like
true
Oh
though.
it's
man.
like there's two sides of the United States, Texas and New York.
Don't forget California.
Yeah, I was
Oh
about to
yeah,
say
sorry. There's
California.
three parts. It's sectioned off into three parts. This whole
Yeah.
part, New York,
Hmm.
Texas, California.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Florida is its own island.
Oh yeah, no, Florida is like that. That's the netherworld. We don't go there. We don't speak of it.
Still waiting for it to detach, just float away.
It's that meme of Bugs Bunny sawing off Florida.
Not that wrong guy helmet getting in the way. Oh
Can't
my
stand
god.
Florida. It's like Florida and Oklahoma gotta go. Like they both gotta go.
Damn, what
Like
did
no
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
is
buffets.
do?
really setting the precedence for like just complete ignorance. Like yeah, that one needs to go too. That
When
can be
you
the
brought
missing
up
piece to our puzzle.
the writing in that other book earlier, I was thinking about the Oklahoma University of Oklahoma thing with the
Oh, that's right.
what is I
That
cannot
student
yeah, her name
who
is
wrote
like
an essay.
Callie, Katie, uh,
Some white
pseudophylaculitis.
version
I don't
of
know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Falaneki, Fuda something. It starts with an F. I don't give. I don't know how to
Fuda
pronounce
Cow.
white names. it
Flooded
could
Fluta.
it could be Targaryen for all I know. I don't know how to pronounce white people names.
Hey, but
Okay.
they know how to pronounce that, which them names
Yeah.
are black. I don't care what anyone says. Okay?
Yeah.
Tyrion, Tyrion Jamal has a ring to it,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tyrion Jamal.
Tyrion is
Khaleesi, Khaleesi,
No, listen.
Khaleesi
Authors
Renee.
have white authors have a habit of taking
Khaleesi, get your ass
things
over here.
they have a habit of taking things from like black people and black culture
Yes.
and then trying to put it into their fantasy worlds. Like for example, George Lucas putting Nubian into Star Wars. That's what the Nubian 327 or J type Nubian the hyperdrive system. Like when I heard that, I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't that's yeah, no, I know that's like there's a lot of words that are used in Star Wars that are from the real world, but I'm saying
Yeah.
that's black people. I was like, what is Nubian? I was like, that movie was funny though. The episode one, just on a quick tangent, the I don't know if George Lucas intentionally put those stereotypes in that movie, but they are funny as shit. The Gungans being like
The Gungans.
kind of like Caribbean. The Gungans are almost like Jamaican, right? They're funny as hell. And then the Nemoidians are Japanese. When somebody brought that up when I was a kid, right? I didn't understand it. But now as an adult watching, I'm like, they had to have done that on purpose.
I think they may have.
Get those droid deckers down there. I'm like, oh no, no. And then they have the little lines on their eyes. I'm like, oh, there's no way. There's no way they did that. It's bad.
But they did.
Yeah, but they did.
But they did. But they did. I'm trying to think of
Yeah,
what other
terrible.
fantasy names sound like a black name.
There's
Rhaegon?
plenty in
Yeah,
House of the
Rhaegar.
Dragon.
Rhaegar.
Yeah, there's
there's
plenty in
plenty.
House of the
Yeah,
Dragon.
I love the name Rhaenyra though.
Rhaenyra is a
Rhaenyra,
good name.
it's
That's
pretty,
a
and
strong name.
that's a strong name. And Melees, the dragon, Melees.
Yeah.
Melees, yeah.
I love that
Anyways, good
name.
one.
I'm keeping it. Don't take it.
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
use it for something. Don't know what, but I'm gonna use it for something.
She gets a cat.
You know, I was thinking, yeah, Melees. Ooh, for a black cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm reserving for if I have a daughter, Clea.
That's cute.
Yeah,
I like that.
Clea. I like Clea. Oh,
That's
you
cute.
didn't tell. So how did you finish? Did you finish Andor?
No, I think I'm on episode 9. I'm gonna
Okay,
watch more
okay. So
tonight.
you're almost there.
Yeah,
You're almost there. All
yeah,
right,
I'm
okay,
almost
okay.
there.
All right. But you're in I did I not tell you it's incredible.
Yeah, it is, honestly, because I love Rogue One. I love Rogue One, and
Yeah, Rogue One is
it's
probably
starting
one
to
that's probably
really,
a favorite.
yeah, it's all coming together for me. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Also, Cassian Geron.
Oh, that's right.
Cassian
Cassian.
Gerard.
Cassian.
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 Literally, I can't pronounce it like the way that everybody says it in the show. I have to pronounce it like K2SO says it
Cassian.
every time. Cassian. Every time.
Something you can't unhear.
Yeah.
I need to get into some sci-fi reading though. I think a
You
good
You
place
need.
to
gotta
Have you
start
read
read?
some
would be.
Halo novels.
Did you read
I was gonna
Project
say
Hail
Star
Mary
Wars.
yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not
that's
yet.
more of your speed. I think. Yeah.
Hold
Okay.
on. I'm
I'm
grabbing
current.
sci-fi novels.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to get through like the books I have on the shelf right now.
What do you have?
So one I started that I got a while ago. It's called The Shadows by Alex North. More of a horror novel. It's a little slow at the moment, but I just got to a chapter that left on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we're picking up now. So I have some hope.
Okay, I love cliffhangers.
I know I love a good cliffhanger. I have American Psycho, trying to do some classics in there as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Strange Tales from Japan, just a collection of horror novels that I have.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Strange Tales.
Home is Where the Bodies Are Buried is another one.
I feel like I've heard of that one.
Yeah. Oh, I also need to read S.A. Cosby. I have a couple of his that I need to read.
Yes,
You
he
mentioned
actually
S.A.
came out
Cosby.
here.
Did
Yeah.
he really?
He came out
Damn.
here, I think, about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
But I found out too late. My friends texted me, and then my producer texted me as well, and I was like, "Oh man!" Like, but yeah, I wanted to get a book signed so bad.
There's a book club at the library that I've been meaning to go to that they read a bunch of the Agatha Christie novels. So I need to get back into my Agatha Christie novels.
Yeah, I
I
need to
love.
get into Agatha Christie. I haven't.
She is very like they call her the Queen of Mystery for a
Mm,
reason. I always recommend And Then There Were None. It is one of the best lock-in mysteries I've ever read.
I'm looking that
Uh,
up.
yeah, And Then There Were None. Definitely hands down one of the best ones you could
So it's
start with of hers.
essentially Clue.
How dare you call me out like that? Man,
Listen, Clue is phenomenal, and I'm
it's an
so glad you
amazing
put me
movie.
onto it because
It's
I
so
love
good.
Tim Curry movies.
He really is. For those of you
Yeah.
watching, Clue is my all-time favorite movie. I could watch that over and over again, and I will laugh just as hard every time I watch it. Tim Curry is great. It's one of those movies that you can tell the actors are just having a great fucking time.
Yeah, it
Where
looked like it was a lot of
they
fun.
they look like in a couple different times they're about to break character.
I
Hmm.
love that.
Like they look like they're about to just bust out laughing.
Didn't the movie have multiple endings like in the theaters?
It did, yes. It
Yeah,
had
so that
multiple
was
endings.
one of the first movies to have multiple endings.
Mhm.
That's like
It was
brilliant.
so funny. Oh my god, I Tim Curry in that one is so just phenomenal. I think that was the very first Tim Curry movie I ever watched. I loved him so much.
You got to
Unfortunately,
watch him
his
in
first
It.
movie was It for me. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, his
yeah.
Pennywise is like
Can you not?
he scared the mess out of me as a kid. Like
Yes.
his It scared the mess out of me. But then, like being introduced to the Skarsgård Pennywise,
Yes.
like it is on a whole nother level. Like for 80s sort of 80s 90s sort of horror, the original It with Tim Curry was terrifying. But then moving to this modern horror,
Yes.
bro, I would not want to
Yeah.
ever
No.
meet the new Pennywise in a dark alley. That's crazy. That's
No,
crazy, bro.
yeah. And he plays too much. Like I don't know.
Plays
Uh-uh.
entirely too much.
Yeah. But then Art the Clown though, I feel like is a lot more terrifying.
But yeah,
You
no,
just he's so
see,
unpredictable. You don't know what he's thinking, what he's
it's
gonna
like,
no.
yeah, Pennywise has got a like an agenda. You know exactly what he's gonna do.
Right.
Art the
He's gonna
Clown is
eat
just
you.
like, yeah, Art the Clown's just you have no idea. He
No.
may just sit there and stare at you and fuck with you a little bit, or he's going, like you don't know. You really don't
You
know.
just don't know. Uh-uh. Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah,
I
I
can't do
don't do
clowns.
clowns.
Yeah, there was gonna be what was that book? Clowns in the Cornfield, I think it's called. I
What?
picked it up and put it back. Yeah, it's called Clowns in the Cornfield.
No.
Picked it up, put it back.
Number one,
I
why is
picked
my
it up, put it back.
number one? Why is my black ass going into a cornfield?
Uh,
Number
to
two,
impress your white friends.
why are there clowns in a cornfield? Uh-uh.
Beats
No,
The
the hell
only
something's
out of
way,
me.
listen, as the resident Mayonite, I have to justify this. How else do you understand what the clown is doing in the cornfield if you do not go find out
but
what the
see, I
clown is
don't
doing
want to
in the
know.
cornfield?
I don't need to know. It's not my business.
We
But it's
yeah,
science.
we mind our business. Science.
Ain't
It's
got
gonna be
nothing
a
to do with me.
funeral,
The
and they
only
won't even
way
have the
you can
body for the
understand is if
funeral.
you go into
The only way
just
I'll
in
understand is
case.
if I go into the cornfield. Guess I'll
I tell
never
you
know.
right now, Black folks ain't doing that. First of all, we done with the field. Okay, we don't need to be
Yeah,
in any field.
I don't need to be in the field.
Yeah, my ancestors did enough. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Second
need to
of
be in the
all, if
field.
I find out a cousin or two was in the field with their friends, look. The eulogy is gonna be a whole curse out session.
Yeah.
Cause what the
You're just
hell?
standing over the casket yelling at them.
Yeah,
Oh, what
exactly.
the fuck? What's wrong with
Hmm.
you?
And then they'll get a rest in
Why were you in
power
a
at the
cornfield?
end. I'll wrap it up in a bow. Rest in peace. Rest in power. Amen.
You dumb
And we
motherfucker.
walking off. Yep. Stupid ass.
Stupid ass.
If
Oh
you
My
my
god.
haven't
gosh.
read Halo the Flood, it's amazing. This is the
Yes.
novelization of the original video game, Combat Evolved. This is the official novel of Combat Evolved, and it gives like way more backstory into like Master Chief, and it also goes into like the other stuff that you don't see in the video game, like some of the troops that are at different installations on the Halo ring. and what they're going through, and then it also gives like a like backstory on one of the soldiers that gets infected by the flood, and the flood is probably my like of all sorts of like infection sort of things in movies and film, books, and things like that. The flood is probably my biggest fear. Like
Mm,
I don't want to fuck with zombies, period. But the flood, never in my life. Never,
wow.
never, because it you cannot defeat the flood. Like you cannot destroy them. The only way to wipe out the flood is by destroying their food source, which is every living thing. That's the only way to defeat the flood.
I have to say that
So,
is definitely
Wow.
my speed. I love a good like viral outbreak
Yes.
novelization, you know. I have several I love the public health sector. Um you Xavier and I we watched Hot Zone together and I have like Virus Hunter and Outbreak like those I love those kinds of books. Virus Hunter is based on a true story, but basically like those kinds of scary Ebola type viruses.
Ebola.
Those Ebola.
Ignore
Listen,
him.
Ebola is crazy. It's just so, it's like, I know that I don't want a pandemic, to happen, but it annoys me that Ebola is so deadly that it burns itself out.
Yeah.
Like it's very frustrating to me. I don't want Ebola to kill nobody, but it's like
What?
damn. It's like god damn, bro. This is perfect. Like this is the perfect disease. It would wreck everybody's shit,
You wanted
but
to,
it's
so
But then it burns itself out.
and it burns
you wanted
itself
to
out.
finish strong, basically. You wanted
The
to,
plague, like, come on. The plague was finishing strong. What are you
you
doing,
got to see it
Ebola?
through.
What are
it's
you doing?
it's the
I
meme
mean,
of
they
No.
literally keep
poke
the Ebola in what is it like the
you know
level
in
four?
BSL-4. Yep.
Yeah, they keep it in BSL-4 because it's so dangerous,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Mm.
But god damn it, it can't finish the job like the plague did. And the plague only finished the job because it happened, like back in the day,
Before hygiene.
when white people didn't, yeah, before white people bathed. So, yeah, it's kind
We're going to explore that thought process, sir.
of
We're
it's
going
it's it's messed up. Okay. This is also the same thought process as to why I went on when I was younger, I went on Wikipedia deep dives into ancient methods of torture and execution. Did you know
This is
that
why you
they
have an FBI agent named Philip.
this is why.
yeah, it explains
Okay.
it. Yeah.
No, listen. Did you know that they used to execute people by elephant? Did you know
No.
that? They would put
Did
No.
your
you?
head down on a stump
And then
and then
very
have an
slowly.
elephant step on your head very slowly until splat, and you felt every bit of that. Yeah,
Have you
it's crazy.
have you seen the ones where they basically have like spiky cages for your thumbs?
Yes, spiky
Yes.
cages for the thumbs, and then they had one of the bad ones is they would force feed you, like I think it was like honey, right? They would force feed you like honey, and then they would encase you with your in like kind of like two boats, kind of like a turtle shell sort of thing. They would encase
Yeah.
you in this thing, right? And your arms and your head and your legs are out, but you would basically be
You
force
feel
fed,
like
and
you're
it would,
suffocating.
yeah, it would cause you to uh diarrhea violently inside this shell. Okay. And yeah, and so there's like a hole into this thing, but the heat inside this shell would cause the fecal matter and whatnot. All this shit is festering. All these bugs and stuff would come in. And essentially, you would be eaten like alive while you're trapped in this thing. It's crazy. White, I will give white people this, okay? They know how to kill a person. You want me to say something nice about white people? They know how to torture a person. All
They do come up
right.
with very creative ways to
Very
kill people.
creative. Very creative. And then like
My gosh.
what they did, like white people before they had, their eyes set on black and brown people, they didn't even like each other. You know what happened to William Wallace? You remember what happened to
No.
William Wallace? You've never heard of what? Yeah, William
Oh, no,
Wallace.
no, I know.
Okay, yeah, no, he was alive while they're taking his intestines out. That's crazy. That's
Yeah, being dis
crazy.
it is kind of wild that you can live with your intestines outside of your body.
Isn't it
Yeah.
wild? And you can also live with like your skull cavity opened and people taking bits of your brain out. So that's also a fun one.
Shout
Open
out to
brain surgery.
Hannibal.
Yeah, shout out to
Brain surgery is
Hannibal.
wild. Yeah.
That was
You really looked like you were getting sick there, Desiree, for a second. Listening to him, you're like, oh my god, who am I talking
yeah,
to
because
right
I mean, I
now?
still have my 3 apple butter sandwiches sitting over here. And then I have my jar of apple butter. And now I'm like,
Do I even eat?
I don't even no,
Way to
I
go,
don't think
Tater.
so. I don't
Damn.
think so.
Look at her.
As much as you want me to eat,
She's like, who is this white
water.
guy?
I'm gonna just have
Who's
water
this
for dinner.
who is this random white guy I sat down on this podcast with?
It's one. No, it was like those. This was
I just
before
know
I
your
knew I was
mother
neurodivergent.
went, I just know your mother went on to search your browser history. I know he's looking at porn and then finds that and she's like,
I want to
This
see
was not at
that.
home though. This
I
was
need to
this
see
was
the.
college. This was
this
like
was
college and
college.
after college. So yeah, no, no. I could have been on porn sites, but no, I was sitting there looking up ancient torture
I was
methods.
about to say
Also,
he didn't say no to that.
and I was also looking up the kill counts of like man eaters. So like there was this tiger in India, right? And this is so funny. There was a tiger in India, like during the whole colonization of India by the British. The
Hmm.
the British were basically fucking up the ecosystem, taking, natural resources and whatnot, and it was causing mayhem with the natural wildlife. So there was this tiger that was fucking people up. And they think that the tiger was kind of like injured, so it wasn't able to go after its normal prey. So humans were easier. But this thing had a kill count. Like it was nuts. So they were sending like white hunters and whatnot to go and find this tiger. It was taking people out left and right. And
Because
it was all because
listen,
of its ecosystem was getting fucked up.
but listen, there's two discussions to be had. One, about how white people have fucked up the planet so bad that that's what predators end up doing. And two, you never truly understand how well camouflage works until you don't see a tiger in its natural habitat.
Yo,
Like,
that's
Tigers,
so true.
jaguars, and panthers.
there's a
Hell
reason
no.
they look the way they do, and you
Yeah.
don't think about it because you see them in the zoo, and it's like, oh, look, I can see that thing perfectly fine. No, 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 no. Go to its
The
natural
number
habitat.
one rule, with tigers is you do not turn your back on them. Somebody did an experiment with it, like at a
Mhm.
zoo. Obviously, there's glass in between them and the tiger, right? They're making
Yeah.
eye contact with the tiger. It's at the back of its enclosure, and then they stand up to the glass and put their back to it. Tiger, fast as fucking lightning, comes up
Mhm.
to the glass, boom, up on the glass, would have torn that person apart. And it's not these. It's wild to me to think that certain people think they can domesticate these animals, but these are
Yeah.
wild animals. Like leave them
They
alone,
will
because
try.
especially tigers.
Hmm.
You may be able to raise them from a cub and whatnot, but those natural instincts of tigers, they're still there. That's why
Right.
I'll never understand, like this need to touch. Stop touching shit.
It's
Stop it.
But it's soft.
Yeah, it's
gosh.
soft. I just
It
actually,
looked.
come to think of it, I just saved a video to watch for later. There was a black bear in Tennessee and a white
I hate bears.
in Tennessee, like I think it was in the middle of downtown. This white girl goes up on the sidewalk in front of the bear, gets on her knees to pet it, and it fucks her up.
No.
What did you think was gonna happen, Snow White? You thought birds were
No
you thought birds were gonna fucking
way.
circle and sing a merry tune, and you were gonna be
Hi
best friends with the
ho.
bear? That's what I'm saying. Getting on your knees to pet a black bear for what?
Absolutely not.
Especially a
Have you
black
seen their
bear.
claws? Like the
Yes.
claws of bear. It will
That-
slice you up.
They're
Real good.
crazy. There's that you remember the dude I think it was Timothy Treadwell. I think that was his name.
Yeah,
He
Grizzly
and
Man.
his Yeah, he and his girl, you've never heard this before? He and his girlfriend, yeah, they went out to grizzly country and
Mm-mm.
like
Got
the
eaten
crazy thing was his girlfriend was saying, "I'm uncomfortable, can we go home?" And he
Yeah.
wasn't listening.
because
And so
white
they're
men
about
are the
to
problem.
Yep, and right before they go home, this grizzly bear that they had taken a photo of earlier comes
Yep.
back and eats them both alive.
Yep. I
So
think they
bad
have the
that
recordings of that too. Like you
well,
can
that's the
actually,
thing. Werner Herzog did the documentary on it, and he
yeah.
said he and the family said that it was so horrific that it will not be released to the public. There was a reenactment
Mm.
of it
There
released to the
was, yeah.
public, and the reenactment's bad enough.
My
But the real
gosh.
thing, they're not going to release it because it's that bad. Like you can hear
Yeah.
first the bear drags him off, Timothy off, and eats him. Girlfriend's watching. Then it comes back for her and eats her. Crazy shit.
Was she
That is
not
my
running?
worst fear is to run
Well, no,
into a
see, that's
bear.
the thing. That's the thing. That she didn't have. They were out in the middle of nowhere, right? Those bears will hunt you like for
Yeah.
miles. That they hunt
Yep.
prey for miles. They're endurance hunters. So it's not like she could
Okay.
go anywhere. They had, I think it was a helicopter that comes in to get them, right? So they were
Mm.
waiting because it was next day that they were supposed to get out of there. And lo and behold, that bear comes back that night and kills him, and there's nowhere else for her to go. She can't run. You
Yeah.
can't outrun a bear.
Well, they run pretty
So
fast. They,
Yeah,
they
they run
take
like
it.
30, 40
like
miles an
30
hour.
miles per. Yep, exactly. Yeah. There's
And
a
on
story like
top of
that with a
that,
19-year-old girl in Russia who was getting eaten
mhm,
alive and was on the phone with her mom the whole
yeah,
time.
and you can't outclimb them either. Like they climb faster than they fucking run.
Yeah.
I
You
watched
just
a
have to
video of a
accept your
black
fate.
bear. There was a black bear that was fucking with a grizzly bear, and then it realized, oh shit, I fucked up, and it ran, tried to climb up a tree. The grizzly bear was like, nah, I got you. Went right
Yeah.
up the tree to
Oof.
get it.
That is my biggest fear is running into a bear. You know what? It's weird. I shouldn't have this fear of walking outside, taking my dog out, but I think about those
There being a
things.
bear.
Yeah, but
Yes, just
Colorado,
a
there are
random.
that's a real fear though. Like Colorado,
I mean,
there's bears out there.
yeah, I mean, highly unlikely it'd make it to, Denver, but I still think about these things.
Hey, nothing is
I,
off the
I do.
table. I'm afraid of sharks being in swimming pools. So you never know. There could be like a trap door in the side of the pool, and
No,
you
it's
know you
like in Florida. There might be an alligator.
yes, that one's real though.
No,
That one's real.
Yeah.
yes.
No,
Yeah,
The
my
having grown
amount
up
of
in
grandparents
times.
Louisiana,
lived in a
it's
gated
not
community
uncommon. Listen,
and literally
having lived
had a
in,
pond full of alligators.
yeah,
In that, I'm
no.
like, how do y'all? Oh, they won't bother nobody. What?
I don't care.
What do you mean?
Hmm?
No, living in Louisiana, it's not uncommon that all of a sudden there's just a gator in your ditch.
Yeah, absolutely not. Nope.
And everybody just goes and stares at it like, hey, there's a gator there.
Mm-mm.
See,
And then
I'll
some
go to
idiot tries
Louisiana
to
for a good
wrestle the
time,
gator.
but
Yeah,
I'll go
I'm
to
not
New Orleans for a
mess.
good time, not a long time. I'm not sticking around Louisiana.
I'm
Okay.
not messing with
No.
wild animals. No. And
No.
then like I have friends up in Alaska, right? And they're they've been telling me, or I've heard the stories about um moose, and I've also heard the stories about polar bears, because polar bears, their natural habitat is being
That's
decimated. So
right.
they're
Yeah,
coming
so they're
further, and
moving in.
grizzly bears or sorry, polar bears are moving further and further south. They are the only apex predator that naturally hunts humans.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Shit.
Yeah,
so
they
they're
are.
coming further and further south, and they're getting into
Hmm.
competition with grizzlies, and they actively hunt humans too. So
Yeah.
we're melting the ice bit by bit. So we're just bringing our own destruction on us because the polar bears are coming down. I'm not fucking with
Polar
polar
bears are
bears, bro.
freaking scary.
They're
I heard a story
huge.
about three kids sneaking into a zoo, and it was the polar
Oh,
bear
man.
pit. They got effed up.
Yeah,
It
they
was
deserve
bad when they saw those kids.
it. They
They were
deserve
like, I think the youngest was like 9. It was like 9, 12, and something. I don't know, but yeah, they got none of them
Listen,
made
I'm
it.
not necessarily one to advocate, on Charles Darwin and his findings, but natural selection
Natural selection.
does have an appeal to it.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no way. There's no way.
Mm-mm.
I like the native peoples of most cultures had a respect for, the
They
nature around
learn
them. They
how to,
coexisted
yes.
with the plants and animals around them. There was no like, you know, this is mine and I have to wipe everything out in the area. That's one of those things about capitalism that just doesn't make sense to me. You cause more problems by doing that, right? You
Hmm.
cause more problems by this is my space and I got to kick everyone out. You can't be in my space. And then it causes imbalances in the ecosystem. The you wipe out all the predators and then like the prey propagates to astronomical levels and then you have to bring in more predators to try and balance that out and it fucks the ecosystem up. It's just like
And then you
everything
try to
would be so much
create
better.
new ones, and then you create an invasive species. Just look at the cane toad problem in Australia. The cane toads are hated in Australia because somebody tried to fuck around and play with God.
Yep. Let's not get started on the populations of animals that have just been wiped out because they were just chill with they were just minding their business and they were just chill. The what is it? Stellar sea cow wiped out by the early settlers just because they were
Yeah.
so fucking chill. They're like manatees but nicer. Manatees are already nice, but stellar sea cow was just like, "Hi, want to be friends?" And they wiped them out. Wiped them the fuck out
And
just cuz they could.
that's why Christopher Columbus raped that manatee, because it was chill.
Yep, that's exactly why. You know what? I wonder if it was
Yo,
a
I
stellar
try to
sea
forget
cow that he
that.
did.
Oh my God.
I wonder if it was a stellar sea cow.
May that genocidal maniac never live down that he raped a manatee
Yep.
That
Mm-hmm.
is
or a sea
wild.
cow.
And then dodo birds. That, you know what pisses me off? This is another reason I don't like cats. Okay, because people no listen. People don't have a rein on their cats. Okay,
No, this is
that was
true,
some
unfortunately.
a settler brought the cat with them. I think it was a lighthouse, right? They had set up a lighthouse. The lighthouse keeper brought his cat, and the cat wiped out the entire population of
Of the
dodos.
dodo. Yep.
How a singular cat brought an entire species to extinction. And there's not a bit of me that disbelieves that story because
No,
cats are diabolical.
well, I mean, they are apex predators in and of themselves. And here's the thing: is the balance is so skewed because cats not only they're basically just hunting for fun. Little sociopaths, they're just hunting for fun because they can always go to a human and get more food.
That's why I don't trust cats. Like knowing all the little noises that they make to attract us are
Hmm.
imitations of baby noises. That is freaky in and of itself. And then knowing that they are sociopathic killers, fuck you, cat. Fuck you. I don't like cats. And it's not like how there's red flags when it comes to dudes. Like dudes who don't like cats are red flags, and it's usually because of the fact that cats are independent, right? That's not me. No, I don't like cats because they're fucking sociopaths. They're smart as shit. They're like a cat is like an orca. Would I trust an orca? Like I think orcas are cool. I'm gonna stay out of an orca's path. I'm not gonna go in the ocean with an orca because
That's fair.
there's no reported there's no reported killings of a human being when it comes to like orcas in the wild. Yeah, because they're smart. They know how to hide a body. You're gonna try and make me feel better because I've seen those videos of people swimming and then orcas come up and they're like investigating them. I know they're shitting their pants. I know they are. Orcas literally have religion. They
They do.
have religion.
They have organized communities and they're matriarchal.
Yes. So you mean to tell me, oh yeah, no, you're safe. Orcas have never killed human beings out in the wild. Yeah.
Yet.
You keep believing that. You keep believing that.
I mean, just the fact that they like to play attack the yachts and then
Yes.
they have memory.
That was all because of a juvenile orca. That was all because of a juvenile, and that it was a game. That
Hmm.
just it was literally a social media trend that orcas made.
Yeah. It there's also the fact that orcas like they can shun their own. Yeah, they will shun their own. Like if they just don't like a grandmother is like, I don't like that calf. Shun it.
That's just crazy. They have bullies, bro.
They have bullies.
They have bullies. That's nuts. See, I don't trust animals. I don't trust
But
orcas. I don't trust
look.
cats.
Could
I'm
you?
a witch, and so I need a cat. Okay,
That's fair.
Okay,
That's fair.
fine,
I'm getting my
I
fine.
cat.
approve.
Don't leave me
Yeah,
alone with the cat, because
Shut up.
no, listen, I'm gonna, you gonna come back and the cat's gonna, it's gonna have killed me. That's what's gonna happen. I don't trust it.
natural selection. I'm just playing.
Damn. if
Rude
you
as
can't,
hell.
if you can't survive staying in a room with a cat.
No, listen, I've seen those videos of like the house cats that randomly attack their owners, like for no reason whatsoever. Like they just start flipping shit and clawing into people's legs. That freaks me out.
But they don't do that. There's a lot of black people who are getting cats. Like we're just, we're no longer afraid of cats. We're no longer, trusting some of the stereotypes that, were around cats. Like our parents used to tell us cats were evil, they were this, they were that. Now a lot of black folks are getting cats. I think we go good
Dude,
together. I honestly
Yeah.
feel like we go good
I
together.
do, I do love the trend of black people treating their pets like humans.
Have you heard the names
Talk,
though? Like the
We
pet
don't do
name,
talk,
mess.
the
talking to them like they're people. Get your
Jadarius,
ass off the couch.
right? The pet names though, it sends me. You got
Yeah.
Jadarius, you got Levon. I'm like, what? Like I love us. I
Yeah.
I
cannot.
We
have,
don't do that. We don't do mess when it comes to the pets. Like literally looking at pets like they're children when they're doing something they
Yeah,
know they're not supposed to do. Like, I know you're
exactly.
not
Like
up
I
on
know
that
you're not in my
counter.
kitchen. Yep.
yeah. And
Yeah.
here's the wildest part is the pets know. They're like, oh shit,
Huh?
I
Yep,
got
Yeah,
they
my
get it.
caught.
dog looks at me when look, she knows not to go in the kitchen. She knows.
Uh,
She'll sit right there and I'm like, that's right.
if she gets caught, she looks at it, she's like, ah, shit, I got caught.
She knows. She knows.
Consequences. Anyways,
These are the consequences of our action. This was supposed to be about books,
listen, it was
and we've
great
just
though.
gone
It
on
was
tangents
great.
after tangents, and I really liked this after a heavy week last week.
Yes.
It was
It was
needed.
great.
It
It
Yeah.
was
was great.
needed.
No, definitely. It all relates
I
to
think
reading though, if you think about it.
It does relate
Where
to
did we get
reading.
this knowledge from? It started
we
Steve
with
got it from
Irwin.
books.
books.
Rest in peace, Steve
Well,
Irwin.
Rest
actually,
in
yeah.
peace.
Rest in peace.
But the way
R.I.P.
he went though, yeah, that oof.
But
But then
listen,
again, it's poetic. The way that Steve
it
Irwin
is
went out
also
was poetic. It
it
was
is
Yeah.
he was
also
fucking
we do
around.
have to understand Steve Irwin was white
Yes, that's what
doing
I'm saying. I love
doing
Steve
white people
Irwin.
shit.
He was doing white
Steve
people shit,
Irwin,
and he died
He
Steve
doing white
owned
Irwin,
people
it.
shit.
He
yeah,
literally owned it
he owned
though.
it. He truly did.
Yeah.
He owned. He's like, I'm just fucking crazy, and
Hmm?
I think
Like
if
he
you were
could
to
have
sit down and talk
survived.
with it, yeah, I
He
think if you
could
were
have
to sit down and
survived if
talk with him,
like
he'd have been
that
like, yeah,
barb hit him
yeah,
in the heart, and he
Yeah.
could have survived. But he was like, you know what? I own it, and he took the barb out, and that was it. Like,
Yeah.
he
Man.
chose his death.
yeah, Steve Irwin, top tier.
This generation will never know Steve
No, they
Never
Irwin.
know.
won't. They won't.
Yeah, they'll
But they
never
do have
know.
Robert Irwin.
Yeah, but I
But
don't know.
it's not.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I'm
They'll
sorry.
never
It's not the
know.
same.
They'll never
They
have a
won't.
Mr. Rogers or a, you know.
Well, they
I mean,
have
we
Miss
still have Bill
Rachel.
Nye.
They have a Drewski.
Get out.
They have a Logan
No,
Paul.
no, no. Get off. Get off the podcast.
Listen.
We're kicking you out.
What's the name of the girl that had the red lipstick on YouTube? Miranda sings. They have a Miranda sings. Listen, what do you need Mr. Rogers for when you have Miranda sings?
Are you kidding me?
I'm
Are you?
joking.
I know, I know, I know.
But you know what? This is why our son only watches Miss Rachel.
Yes.
Well, wait, what's the other one I recommended too? Oh,
Oh,
Gracie's
the
Corner.
one that does
Gracie's
hip hop.
Corner. Yeah,
Gracie's
Gracie's
Corner.
Corner.
Yeah.
Gracie's Corner.
Gracie's
Yeah,
Corner.
we're gonna
Gracie's
get him a
Corner. Love
Gracie's
it.
Corner. We're
All
trying to.
right, friends.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was fun. I know we could go on so many more tangents, but the listeners and the viewers only have so much of an attention span. So uh,
They're
Yeah.
neurodivergent, just like us.
they're neurodivergent just like us. I think
If
we're
they
gonna end
sat
it there.
down and listened to this, they're neurodivergent.
Yes, they are.
I'm still trying to figure me out. So I
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a
I
journey.
hope I can clip the part with about the orcas. I want to post that part.
you
I
should.
wanna, I want to post that part. But yeah, as was there anything you all wanted to say before we get off? Like any book recommendations for the peoples that you think that they should read?
Ah, hold on, let me get my
So,
list.
while Desiree gets her list, I'm gonna always recommend C.J. Tudor. I think The Chalk Man is a good one to start with. The Drift, phenomenal. One of her best pieces so far. My favorite is Burning Girls,
Okay,
hands down.
excellent.
Yes.
Okay. Tracy Dion,
Ooh, okay.
Black
Gotta look that one
author,
up.
Legendborn, Oathbound. No, it goes Legendborn, Bloodmarked, and Oathbound. Check her out. I
Okay.
know a lot of people are into Rebecca Yarros with, Iron Flame, Onyx Storm, and stuff like that, which those books are really good. I do love The Fourth
Mhm.
Wing, but please check out Tracy Dion.
Tracy Dion. Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
Tracy Dion.
And if you haven't read The Lord of the Rings, then you're missing out. Read it. Read it right now.
It's on my TBR.
All right. As always, this is Ebony Warrior Studios with blinding speed, master quality, and untold savagery. May the force be with you. And unless you're a fascist, then I think you should perish in a fire.
Eat shit and die.
Yes, that.